Rebel Yell Podcast, Trib Live High School Sports Network, wrapping up the regular season of the 2025 football campaign. This is our final salute to our WPIAL Player of the Week, Week 9 edition, here in the regular season. We will continue this through the district playoffs, also through the state playoffs. And we are thrilled to once again welcome in Bobby Fadden, a senior from Mohawk High School. And before we get going, I just want to let everyone know to give Bobby his kudos that we actually had taped this, recorded this on Saturday, didn't work out. And Bobby was more than generous enough with his time to come on and do it again. Robert, we appreciate it. Thank you, and congratulations on your success.
Thank you, and thank you for having me.
All right. The crowd loves it, too. Look at that. They're big hand for Bobby Fadden there. There you go. All right. Boy, you blink, and you're winding down your final football season. You're winding then your final basketball season, then your final baseball season, just in general. And we'll get into the various sports that you play. You play 5 of them at Mohawk High School. But has this been an emotional season, knowing that this is it as far as football is concerned?
Yes, for sure. Football's definitely made relationships that other sports can't through your coaches and players. Like, you're with them for probably 9 months out of the year. So, I mean, you're just a lot closer with those guys. So I think, yes, it has been emotional.
Fall, Bobby is part of the Mohawk football team, obviously, and the golf team. In the winter, the basketball team, and then in the spring, he's a member of the Warriors track team and baseball teams. You've played all these different sports. There are probably other things that you've participated in your young life. But they say that football is the ultimate team sport. I think that you would probably agree with that, right?
Yes, for sure.
Yep. One breakdown, somebody that misses an assignment, somebody makes a mistake, and the whole play goes down in flames. Yeah. And I guess the great thing about that then is when it's clicking and when you guys, make as Mike Tomlin would say, a splash play. Just talk about that feeling. I mean, everyone talks about the negative, but what's it like knowing that everything clicked, everybody did their job, and that particular play was successful?
It definitely feels great. I mean, you get time to celebrate with your team, and a big part of the game is momentum. And when you make plays like that, the momentum's definitely moving your way.
When we recorded this yesterday, you were heaping great praise amongst your teammate, amongst your receivers, amongst your offensive line. I'll give you that opportunity again. Bobby began his career as a wide receiver for 2 years. In the last 2 years, he has been the Warriors quarterback, and with great success, whether you're chucking the ball, whether you're toting the ball, you've put up big numbers, which we'll touch on in a moment. But again, I'll let you, give some of the your teammates who may not get a lot of spotlight or a lot of, attaboys publicly, give them a shout out.
The first shout out I want to say is Cole McDaniel. He's our middle linebacker this year. He didn't get to play much last year, so I mean, it's tough being a senior and it being your first actual year playing varsity football, but he's got a couple touchdown catches, big catches too. He caught one our first drive against Western Beaver to go up 7-0. He caught the first touchdown pass, and in every game this year, he's been our best defensive player. Probably a lot of tackles are made around him.
All right, continue your shout outs.
And then, like we said, we talked about the 1,000, 1,000, 1,000 thing. I thank everybody around me because I wouldn't have 1,000 receiving yards if I didn't have Jay throwing me the ball and other receivers that defenses have to account for. And then when I'm rushing the ball, then I mean it all goes to the O line. They're what make it happen up front. They're the powerhouse of the offense. And we do have some really good lineman leaders. We have Danny Monaco. He's been a beast for us now for a couple years. He's a senior, and then we have two juniors, Braden Radzminski. He is an O lineman and a D lineman, and he has been really, really good for us on both sides of the ball. Technique is perfect. And then our center, Franklin Kelly, he's also a junior. He started off only playing offense and then kind of transferred to both sides of the ball, and he's transferred very, very well.
A lot of players involved, but it is all centered around your accomplishments. Again, you made mention my friend Mike White of the Post-Gazette brought up a great point, and I'm glad he did, and I'm hoping that I can help promote it too, because it is a rare accomplishment. You're only the second WPIAL player to have over 1,000 yards in your career in all three facets, from the skill position, in football. 1,404 yards receiving, coming in your first 2 years. Now up to 1,114 yards rushing, and 3,033. You've eclipsed 3,000 yards with your big performance on Friday against Riverside. Again, it's probably something that right now, hey, okay, that's cool, that's nice, but you probably won't appreciate it maybe even until your football playing days are over, and you'll look back and say, man, I was pretty good. No?
Yeah, I mean it's definitely cool to do it right now, and to be honest, I really don't think about any of that right now. I'm really just focused on just winning football games is the biggest part.
Yeah, and you guys have been doing that. I'm going to get to that in a moment. Leadership, what you just did, heaping praises on your current teammates and also some in the past that have helped you reach this unique milestone. That's leadership. You said you enjoy being a leader. Obviously, when you're a senior, it that kind of comes with the territory. People, underclassmen look up to you. You've been there. You've done that. But did you, because you have been such an important part of this program going back to when you were in ninth grade, do you feel that you were kind of a leader of this team, even going back to your sophomore and junior years as well?
Yeah, I would say I was up there. We also my freshman and sophomore year, we had a really good. When I was a freshman, our junior class was really good. They had a bunch of leaders, and then when I was a sophomore, the senior class are the same class. They were great. They were great people to learn from. To be like my freshman year, probably not, because you're still starting to learn things, learn the ways of practice, just how to play the game, the way it's actually supposed to be played, and that the coaches how they want you to play it. But my sophomore year, I would say I definitely got like more of a vocal part of the team for sure.
Yeah, the adjustments and everything as you get older, and sometimes you're a leader, you don't even know it. You might not be, giving the rah speeches or stuff like that. And you mentioned as well that you lead by example, but also a very positive influence, because this year has been a struggle. Some plenty of downs to go with the current ups, and that's when leadership is tested. And it appears that you and your fellow seniors have come through and did not let this season get away from you.
Yeah, I mean, obviously we've had some upsetting losses, and like in games where we should have won, and we had too many losses. We started off extremely slow, and I mean, we lost Cash Stratton, which that was a big loss because he's a really big piece of our offense and a really, really big piece of our defense. But I mean, me being the quarterback, the offense kind of funnels around me, so I can't show that I'm frustrated through
Right.
those games. Like when we're losing 2, 3 games in a row, I can't show that I'm down because if I'm down, then other people, it's just a leadership role. Like if I'm down, everybody else is down. So me and the seniors, we really don't show it too often, just because you just can't have it. If we would have shown it, we wouldn't be where we're at right now.
Mm. And where you are at is heading for the WPIAL playoffs. Just for those who aren't familiar with the Warriors season this year, again, it has been unique with some steep falls and some high rises. Began great week 0, a win over Neshannock, the highly touted Lancers, who I believe were a top 5 preseason pick in Class A. A very impressive win over Neshannock, and then 4 straight losses, including your first 2 Midwestern Athletic Conference games. You beat Union, then another loss to New Brighton. I'm sure there was frustrations. Your last 2 losses, you lost 8-6, a low-scoring game to Beaver Falls, and you lost 38-35. So, the offense picks it up. The defense doesn't do its thing. The defense has a great game. The offense doesn't do its thing. There is plenty of room for frustration in that scenario. Yet, Western Beaver comes to town, the conference champion, undefeated at the time, and you guys put it to them, and now have won 3 straight to get into the postseason as the third-place team out of the MAC. You mentioned there was a refocus after those losses to get the team back on the right track. Was there anything schematically that you guys started doing differently that has really led to you guys playing by far your best football this season in weeks 7, 8, and 9?
So, like I said yesterday when we talked, it's like I look at it as our team's identity, and we were not playing Mohawk football for the first 5 weeks of the season. We just weren't doing it, and we had an entire momentum switch. Like everything wasn't going our way the first 5 weeks. Like we just weren't who we actually are.
Right.
And then Western Beaver came, and that's when our playoffs started. We had to beat Western Beaver to even have any chance of getting in the playoffs. Like if we lose then our season's just like shot.
Yep.
So we knew that we had to switch things around, and we've had the best 4 weeks of practice that we've had all year in a row. And I think we're always focused. Like, yeah, there's times like you can have fun at practice, talk, do what you got to do,
Sure.
but when it's time to be ready, we're definitely ready.
40-20, you guys beat Western Beaver a few weeks ago. Then in week 8, follow up with a solid 29-0 victory over Freedom to take us into this past Friday. Still on the outside looking in the MAC. Western Beaver had already clinched. They were the only team to clinch coming into week 9, but there were 3 teams, Riverside, Elwood City, Beaver Falls, tied for second place. And then you guys were a game back, technically in 5th place. At 3-3, but things broke your way. Elwood City defeats Beaver Falls, and you guys take care of business against Riverside and end up after the tiebreaker points with 3rd place. And you weren't on the bubble. You didn't have to wait till Saturday to see if you got in. You guys knew that you were in. Just talk about the game itself on Friday against Riverside and your performance. Here are your numbers: 15 of 18 passing, 218 yards, and 3 touchdown tosses.
Like I said, it was our playoff. That was round 3 of playoffs for us. I mean, going into the game, we knew we were the better team. We knew we had to go in there and just do what we've been doing for the past 2 weeks then. So we went in there with the right mentality, knew we had to win, knew what we had to do, and we just we executed and performed well.
Hmm. So you guys win, third place, playoff berth. New season now begins Friday. The boys of Bessemer will be home. That's a good thing, right? You
Yep.
guys will be hosting in a pretty good game, the 8-9 game, Our Lady of the Sacred Heart. I'll ask you about the Chargers in a moment, but man, it's got to be a great feeling when those brackets came out Saturday, seeing that you guys were going to be home for the first round.
Yeah, it is a great feeling because honestly, your senior year, like you're never going to get to play on your home field ever again. And we, after our freedom game at home, we really didn't know
Right.
if that was going to be our last game or not on that field. But it's obviously a great feeling when you know you get to come back there, especially with the magnitude of what this game is.
I know that you guys will be getting heavy into preparation as the week goes on for Our Lady of the Sacred Heart. They come in with a record of 5-5. You guys, same record, 5-5. They have won 3 of 4, including their last 2. And defense seems to be paving the way for the Chargers. They limited Shadyside Academy to 8 points. They limited Keystone Oaks to 8 points, both victories in weeks 8 and 9. Do you know anything about the purple and gold yet?
I really do not know. I won't start to watch film until probably tomorrow during school sometime.
All right. It's the best time to watch film, right? During school. I like that.
Hmm.
Uh, the Midwestern Athletic Conference ends up sending 5 teams, 2 of the 4 wild cards after first place Western Beaver, second place Elwood City, and third place Mohawk are Riverside and also Beaver Falls. And there was some talk that maybe even New Brighton would get a wild card, but they did not. I guess having played everybody and how tight that conference was from start to finish, you're not surprised that that your conference got 2 wild cards?
No, I definitely think we have one of the best, if not the best, conference in 2A. I think everybody's just, I mean, there's really no like standout team. I think we're all pretty close, and I think that's what makes us like a better conference. Just the competition's better and everything. But I kind of expected us to have that
No.
chance of getting 2 wild cards for
Yep.
sure.
And it happened. Tigers are in from 5th place. Panthers are in from 4th place. So before we wrap things up, the one thing I did ask you yesterday, and I'll ask you again, 5 sports. I mentioned them already: golf, football, basketball, baseball, and track. As far as what you enjoyed the most, how would you rank those 5?
Um, Basketball and football are interchangeable at 1 and 2, and then golf, and then baseball, track.
Which sport have you been playing the longest? Which sport did you start the first when you were like a wee little one?
Um, Probably baseball. My dad, so when I was a little kid, my dad, he was actually the head coach at Mohawk for basketball. But I would always bring my baseball and my baseball glove into the gym for the practices. So I would definitely say that's one that I've played for a long time for sure.
And I think if memory serves, you said that golf was the most recent one you started.
Yeah,
Right?
well, I used to golf like on the side, like just for fun.
Yeah.
But I just started playing last year. My junior year was the first time actually on the team.
Well, and congratulations on your successes. Bobby was part of the WPIAL boys 2A individual championship field this past season. So again, just shows you how good he is. What an athlete! Great athletic ability that he has been blessed to have. I also understand, before we wrap things up, you are you like to hunt.
I do like to hunt, yeah.
What's your? I mean, we talking like rifle? Are we talking bow? What are we talking about?
I just do a lot of bow season. It's hard with football, but I get out when I can.
No, what is bow season? Are there specific dates for that?
Um, yeah, like it'll end maybe a week before Thanksgiving.
Okay, and that's when then the rifle season begins, right?
Yeah, then we have like a week or a week and a half off of no hunting, and then rifle season will come in.
So what are you hunting when you're out in the woods of Bessemer?
Just trying to get a buck, a whitetail.
What? Okay. Now, if you see like a turkey, will you go after that or no?
If it's in season and I see it, I would shoot
Okay.
it. Yeah.
All right. So every animal has its own season.
Yeah.
All right. You're not like picking off squirrels with a BB gun anywhere, are you? No.
No.
Okay. All right. Just wanted to check. Bobby, we'll let you go. Again, I can't thank you enough for giving us a lot of your time this weekend. It's a busy time for you as you get ready for the postseason. So the fact that you were able to help us out again, greatly appreciated. Congrats on all your success. This probably won't be the last time we chat because you still have basketball season and baseball season coming up. But you are a standout athlete, and your days at Mohawk will be remembered for a long time to come by a lot of folks. Congratulations. Good luck against Olsh.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
Oh, you're welcome. Bobby Fadden, senior from Mohawk, our WPIAL Week 9 Player of the Week. We thank him again for joining us. We thank Chris Lackner, our producer. Fingers crossed, Christopher. I'm Don Rebel. We thank you for joining us, Rebel Yell Podcast, Trib Live High School Sports Network.